This is the perfect time of the year and a perfect song. Autumn in New York.
Welcome to Obscure Depths MLB preview. The New York Yankees. The team everybody loves to hate. The team that is always successful. The New York Yankees. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start in the bullpen. Mariano Rivera. Will he be what he was ever again? The guy is, I think he's 59 years old. Probable for a spring training right now. Sorry, I get a kick out of myself sometimes. If he's even at 80%, he's probably better than a lot of relief pitchers in the game. So I think he's going to get his and be all right. They got David Robinson there, another great young arm. 81 Ks and 60 innings last year. He's going to be all right. Boone Logan, I really like this kid. Great setup man. He's he's been around, so he knows what to do when you need him to do it. Joba Chamberlain, whatever. David Arzma, didn't see a lot of time last year, hurt last year. I guess if they're set on having him in their bullpen, he's going to get a chance to do something. I don't expect a whole lot from him, though. Moving on, a little bit of an issue at catcher. They got Francisco Cervelli and Chris Stewart. Not a lot of experience there. Cervelli, he's had some MLB experience. Not a guy you want as your everyday catcher. I know they got some prospects in the waiting, so you'll maybe see them this year. At DH, they're going to have Travis Hafner. Hafner is not what he was. He's kind of Kevin Youkilis did what Kevin Youkilis did last year, but he's just a little bit older. The Yankees will probably get some good money out of this guy, but I just don't see him really making a huge difference for this team. I know they're hoping for big things. And, with some better big bats around him, if he hits between like Cano and Teixeira, he'll probably be okay. I don't think he will, but, he's going to certainly see some better pitches than he would against that Cleveland lineup. He was such a feared hitter a few years back, probably 4 years back now, but I really think he's going to do something, but not a whole lot for this team. Kevin Youkilis at third base. Yuke's not what he was either. I think he'll be a little bit better in this lineup, but he's just not what he was. Interesting to see what happens when he goes back to Fenway. I'm sure he'll get a lot of respect, but it'll be interesting to see nonetheless. The man Jeter at short. He's going to be a little bit of a slow starter with that ankle problem. I'm not sure if he's going to be ready for spring training. He might be ready for opening day, so that might mean he's going to start a little bit slow. They got Eduardo Nunez to supplement all these infield spots. He had a decent year in relief last year. He's a guy that can steal base. He's been a very nice commodity for the Yankees the last couple of years, actually. We have the man at second base. The revered Robinson Cano. This guy is, you can hear the excitement in my voice when I say Robinson Cano. I love this guy. I think he's going to have another year where he hits 330 home runs, and what else can you ask for? I mean, what else can you really ask for? I love this kid. We all know what he can do, and I think he's just going to do it again. So this guy is the leader of that team as far as I'm concerned going forward. And I think he's going to have a great year, leading this team to second in the division behind Toronto. So I'm picking the Yankees to be second in the division. I think Toronto has done enough this offseason, but we'll get into them when I preview them. Mark Teixeira at first. Teixeira's caught a little bit of a flack because his batting average has been really, really not where you want it to be the last couple of years for a first baseman. But, he still hits 20 home runs, still hits the ball out of the ballpark, he still drives in runs. I mean, what do you want? The guy's getting older, he's not going to be the same player he was forever. Ichiro Suzuki in right field. Ichiro, a Yankee. I never thought I'd see Ichiro play for another team, but he's a Yankee now, and he's going to be awesome. I think he's going to have one more really great year, and this is going to be it. Yankees are going to make the playoffs probably as a wild card. I know I'm picking them second in the division, but I think Ichiro is going to be a big factor for this team. He's probably going to hit 300 again, maybe steal 30 bags, which at his age is amazing. But love this guy. Nothing but much respect for Ichiro Suzuki. And sorry that I'm not happy that he's a Yankee, but I'm happy that he's going to have a chance to play for a World Series. And he's just going to have a great year. Curtis Granderson, 40 home runs, 106 RBIs, 230 batting average, but who cares? He hit 40 home runs, people. He's got the Rob Deere quality to him. All power, not a lot of batting average, if you remember Rob Deere. Love this kid. I think he's going to get better batting average-wise, and the power might suffer slightly because of that, but he's still going to hit 35-plus home runs. A little bit less pressure in this lineup, I think, with Ichiro around. So I like what he brings to the table. I mean, Granderson is just but a player that we've had the pleasure to watch grow over these last few years, and I think he's going to continue to do the same thing. Brett Gardner missed a lot of time last year, a lot of time. So I'm not quite sure what he's got in the tank this year. Hopefully he's ready and to steal 40 bags because the Yankees want him to do so. I'm sure they'll be severely happy with 40 steals. No power at all, but, you know, if he can steal 40 bags and hit 280, I think the Yankees will be super happy to get that production out of him. A lot of speed in this outfield. Granderson only sold 10 bags last year, but, you know, he has the potential to do more. He only sold 10 bags because he was too busy hitting 43 home runs. Moving on to the Yankee rotation, Sabathia, the man in the middle, had a little bit of an elbow issue last year, but I think he'll be all right going into spring training. I look for him to have another great year, close to 200 Ks, probably 15, 18 wins type of thing. Andy Pettitte, they got slated in the 2-hole right now. Not quite sure what you're going to get out of a guy his age, but I think he'll be all right. You know, he's got a great team around him, and he's going to probably win 10 to 12 games. I don't know about him all season long. You know, he's certainly a guy that's been able to keep himself in shape, and he's going to have to be very in shape if he thinks he's going to be a Yankee all year long and in that rotation. Hiroki Kuroda, great year last year, 16 wins. I think he's going to have another good year this year. I don't know if he's going to win that many games, but I think he'll have a nice season and a very, you know, he'll be have some big wins for the Yankees. Phil Hughes also won 16 games last year, lost 13. His ERA was a little up there, but I expect him to improve on that with the experience that he gained last year. Ivan Nova had his struggles last year, still won 12 games as a member of the Yankees. ERA over 5. I think that's going to come down this year. I think he's going to be a little more primed, and there won't be so much pressure on him. I think last year he started with a lot of pressure. I felt like he was almost supposed to be the number 2 starter for this team last year, and he's not a 2 starter, not yet. I mean, give him a couple years. These young pitchers really, you know, they kind of have that success early on because batters aren't used to facing them, and then they kind of fall back and get beat up for a while. But I think Nova's a smart kid, and he's going to learn from that. And the next couple years, I think you're really going to see him grow. And then maybe 3-4 years from now, he's going to be a really nice starting pitcher. I love this kid going forward. They also have Michael Pineda. Who knows if he's going to make an appearance this year or how effective he will be. But he could possibly move into this rotation if Hughes and Nova struggle. So it'll be interesting to see how this rotation shakes up. They might want to go a 6-man or maybe give Pettitte an extra day off if Pineda is healthy, just because they have that option too. It'll be interesting. I think this team will win, take second division, and probably win the wild card and go to the playoffs. This has been Obscure Depths New York Yankees preview. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. Thanks for your future comments. Hope you have a great day.